Well, if it ain't the big boy himself, Moses Washington Lincoln.
How be, Alexander? How be?
Oh, very triumphant, boy, very triumphant. Where's you all working now?
I was working for the BBC.
Oh, the British Broadcasting Corporation?
No, the Battersea Borough Council.
Well, what is your official capacity?
Oh, about 6 bottles a day.
Don't fluctuate, boy, don't fluctuate. How was you employed by the council?
Oh, I was a pilot.
A pilot? Did you sweep the mighty seas?
No, I just sweeps the dirty streets.
Oh, why the superiority complex? How do you designate a street sweeper is a pilot?
Well, I sweeps up the dust and I pilot here and pilot there.
I understand. Why, you just sweeps up the street.
No, I leave the street where it is and sweeps up the dust.
Now, don't get municipal, boy. How many people works at your place?
Oh, about half of them.
And I'll gamble you was one of the sons of rest.
No, sir. I broke a shovel yesterday.
What, digging with it?
No, leaning on it.
And does they pay you what you is worth?
No, I wouldn't work for as little as that.
I heard you was late for your work this morning.
Yeah, and I was going to be later still tomorrow morning.
What does that signify, later still tomorrow morning?
I ain't going to talk.
Don't get superfluous, boy. What's your premeditation to this laborious organization?
Says which?
Why, what's your objection to your work?
The boss said 2 things I didn't like.
Oh, and what did he say?
Get out and stop out.
Why, procrastination is the mother of necessity that gathers no moss. You was always late. Why, you was even late in your wedding day.
Yeah, but not quite late enough.
Your matrimonial entanglement should be paradise itself. Why, you married an angel.
Yeah, she's always harping on something and never has enough to wear.
One thing she can do is cook. What do you have for dinner today?
Cheese.
Cheese? I heard she prepared you a 4-course dinner.
Yeah, but the joint caught on fire and fell into the sweet, and she used the soup to put it out.
Now, what kind of a woman is your wife?
She's tall and skinny.
Well, how tall?
She's so tall you can't say goodbye to her.
Don't let the conversation get impetuous, boy. If you can't say goodbye to a tall woman, what do you say?
So long.
Why did you marry a tall woman?
They don't eat so much.
How come a tall woman won't eat as much as anybody else?
They makes a little go a long way.
You ought to go a long way and decarbonize yourself. How's that brother of yours getting on that's in jail?
Oh, he's had an accident.
How come an accident's in jail?
He was standing on a platform when the floor gave way and a piece of rope caught him under the chair.
Well, your family's always in trouble. You should take an example from my family. We're all just as good as gold.
I think some of them has gone off the standard.
Now, speaking imperially, I hope you was living up to the slogan, buy British.
Well, I can't afford to, but I always borrow British.
Now, what do you have for your breakfast?
Eggs.
Well, what was they British?
Well, I wouldn't say they was born here, but they been here long enough to be naturalized.
Well, now, let's shuffle along to a place where they sell British sarsaparilla.
Oh, England expects every man to do that duty.
Come on, boy, beat it.
I was coming, friend. Oh, brother, listen to your Uncle Mose. Listen to your Uncle Mose. Listen, 'cause you ought to know.
Well, tell me.
Oh, brother, chickens never crow, that's true.
No one ever heard a bulldog cock-a-doodle-doo.
Not me.
You gotta be what you gotta be. You gotta be. If you's just a mint sauce, don't think that you's the lamb.
No, sir.
You gotta be what you gotta be, no matter how big you pose.
If you're just a pimple, don't think that you're the nose.
And always remember to just leave well alone. If you's just carbolic, don't think you's the eau de cologne.
Yeah, big boy.
You gotta be what you gotta be,
whatever
may befall.
Does many a man think he's got brains in the sweet bread after all?
Oh, brother, listen to some common sense.
Says which?
Listen to some common sense.
Says you.
Listen if you ain't too dense.
Well, I was listening.
Oh, brother, all of us is made of clay.
We're big pots and we're crackpots, and we're old pots anyway.
You gotta be what you gotta be. You cannot be what you please. If you's just a cheese mite, don't think that you's the cheese.
Oh, Mr. Man,
You gotta be what you gotta be. You gotta be true to type.
and if you knows your onions, don't think that you're the tribe.
And always remember, although the worm may turn, he can't turn to a peacock, oh, he's just a poor old worm.
You said it.
You gotta be what you gotta be upon the land and sea.
Many a man thinks he's the jam when he's just a raspberry.
Just remember, brother, we all came from dust, so don't think you's the pie if you's the hole inside the crust.
Chickens can be peacocks, spatters can be crows. Don't think you're a turkey, you're just a parson's nose.
Some of us is bright lights, some is dim as well, so don't think you's the bloater if you's only just the smell.
Don't be what you isn't, just be what you be. Don't think you're a big bug, you're just a maggot flea.
And always remember that the starch don't make the shirt. And don't think you's the fountain when you's just a little squirt.
All wet,
You gotta be what you gotta be, and through this life you jog.
and don't think you're a greyhound when you're only a dirty dog.